like I said, that's up to courts and a jury. Matter of fact, whoever, maybe even above that, attorney general or whoever. But with the administration that we have now, I don't think he's going to be charged.
Yeah, it just, we do want to reiterate, we are not justifying either side. We're giving our take based upon what we seen, the first thing we seen, and everything. I am not saying that she should have been shot. I'm not saying that. We're not saying that. We just giving.
I'm definitely saying she should not have been shot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She should not have been shot. Yes, we're not saying she should have been shot because we know how people get up in their feelings and they see us talking and having a conversation about it, and your feelings is driving you to the left or the right, and then you just assume the worst. Where we are not saying she should have been shot. We're talking from this. We are not saying that she should have been shot.
Honestly, I don't really care about all the disclaimers of
saying,
hey, this is not what we saying.
It's going to be a disclaimer, but how some people try to.
I'm like, hey, look, we giving our opinion.
We giving our opinion, regardless of your feelings.
Yeah, this is no different than anybody else, and. Hell, we got freedom of speech just like everybody else. I don't really care if it hurts somebody's feelings or if they offended by what my point of view is.
Definitely, and you get people to watch certain videos, podcasts, news channels, and they get cringy like, who is this guy? Why is he? We have a right to our opinion. We have a conversation.
Regular dudes that bought some podcast equipment just like everybody else.
Oh yeah. Facts your feelings. Right. Don't forget what the show is called. So there is accountability here. There is both sides of the story. G,
what say you?
What say you, G?
I'm going to start mine with this first and foremost to Renee Good, and this comes from a lot of things before there's politics, before there's right and wrong. It comes from a parental side. Like, you're a parent. We all parents here at this table, and we know how important our kids are to us. And Wednesday, these kids lost their mom. And when I thought about it initially, if we go point for point and everything, it's like being the old head. It's funny now because listening to when all the old people used to tell us stuff, but it's come to a point now, this is where we are at. And from a perspective looking back, it's like we need to stop all of this. All of this right now needs to stop. These kids done lost their mother over what? And that's what drives me crazy. I don't care what her politics was, what her beliefs was, what she did on Sundays. I didn't care about any of that. It's like you are a parent, you have children, and now they are without. And it's like that part hurts. That hurts. And then comes everything else. And the crazy thing about it is, like, looking at the times now, it's like there used to be some type of standard that we held to. There used to be like some lines that we just did not cross because we understood that there were rules to them. And it's gotten to the point like nobody wants to obey any rule. They feel that they can do anything that they want to. And at the end of the day, what does it amount to? What did it amount to? This lady pulling in front of some cops and screaming out words, whatever it is that you feel on the inside. I get it. There's rage. Everybody is in rage right now. And there's no stopping it. And from my perspective, being a parent, I have to look at this now and I have to prepare my child for what's to come because it's not going to stop. It is going to continue from this point on. And again, at the end of the day, for what? We can sit and discuss all day what the right rules were, what the government rules were, but it's like, for what? What is this going to do? Down the long run, what is it going to do? So now more people are going to get shot? Wasn't it two more other people just got shot? They didn't get killed, but they just got shot. So it's going to be a contest now. And this is where and when I refer to the left, it's like the people that are protesting, is this really where you want to take it? I'm like, just be honest. It's like, do you really know who you fucking with right now? This is the United States. This is the United States of America. Do your history. These motherfuckers never done anything peacefully. It never came by peace. And right now you're thinking that by riding out in the street, pointing fingers, calling names, are you really ready for what's about to come next? That's what I'm pissed off about. Yeah. And like I said, it's going to continue because no matter what you say to people, they can have their opinions. There's no convincing them at all. There is no convincing them. You can show them everything you want to. Their brain is stuck, and that's okay. You know what? At the end of the day, that's okay. We have differences, and that's understandable. That's okay. We're all different. There's no two human beings alike. Mm-hmm. We don't recognize that. We take it out in anger. We take it out in fits, and this is what it leads to. And instead of everybody taking a break and saying, "Hey, you know what? Let's draw out the rule book. Let's not cross these lines and make an agreement." There will be no peace after this. And I'm saying that from, again, the old head perspective. There will be no peace after this. Trust me. Y'all already lit the fuse. Y'all lit the fuse with this. And now there would be no peace. There would be a constant battle from here forward about their version of good and their version of evil, your version of good and their version of evil. And you will never be balanced. But I can tell you this, at the end of the day, you push that button, you are going to lose. You're going up against the United States of America, all its might, military, and technology. And you're sitting here talking about you're going to throw some cans and point some fingers and call some names. And then when you get shot, you think that's going to make a change. It's going to make it worse. They're going to unleash all that might. You think it's some shit now? These people have shit that you can't even dream of right now. And I bet you they are more than happy to unleash it to show you exactly what a tyranny can be. And they are pushing that button. They have lit the fuse. This fuse has been lit.
I agree.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I mean, the only thing I would, I don't think that, and it's very unfortunate, but I don't think that this incident is going to be looked at as unique. Because, like I mentioned earlier, this ain't the first time. It's not going to be the last time. And unfortunately, I think the only it's just, I think it's the coverage and the amount of attention that it's getting it may be, a little bit, more hyper exposed than other incidents before. But it's not new. This has been happening since, ever since the raids and stuff have been, going on. People have been blocking and getting shot in the face with pepper balls. And we just, a few months ago, the lady got, what was it? Was it a beanbag or something she got shot with? She was trying to get
off the roof? Yeah.
Not off the roof. She was like across the street trying to go to an apartment building or something like that. And I forget the details of it, but like the stuff is not, I hate to say it, people aren't going to be talking about this in a month.
Yeah, but my question is...
it's going to be another thing.
It's going to be something else. It's probably going to be worse. Tension's going to rise even more. It's going to be a boiling point. But with these interfering in these investigations, like... especially when I see the protests, like pallets of bricks are starting to show up at these designated locations to where they do these riots and all this other stuff. Like, who's paying for these bricks to show up there? Like, who's paying?
It's been happening.
Like who's paying for all your signs to get made? Like, somebody's doing it. Even in some places, when you go to the print shop, they did an investigation where they went to the print shop to where the signs were made, and they did not want to give out the information about who put in the order for the sign, because
I think it's deeper than that. It goes back to what you were saying. Like, man, these are like when you out here feeling so strongly about these things, and it brings a conflict in me you know, not necessarily internally because I have no interest in being out there, but as an overall thing, I'm looking at it like, you know, I agree with what you said, G. Like, hey, you know, is this worth your life? Is this worth your children growing up without a parent because you feel strongly about this political thing that you are so, you know, you feel so strongly about this that you're willing to put yourself in harm's danger. I mean, in harm's way and in into danger because you don't agree with, you know, what's going on.
What would
Like-
compel you to go out and protest?
Nothing.
Nothing. What about you?
Nothing would compel me to go out and protest unless something was actively affecting my day-to-day existence and my day-to-day rights and ability to provide and protect my family.
What about
Outside of that, nothing.
What he just said.
I agree.
Is no injustice that could happen. And that's why I was saying where the internal conflict comes from, because I feel that way while at the same time I am completely aware that that is the way that governments can become tyrannous. When the citizens are unhappy with something and they just sit by and do nothing and they just allow it to happen because, oh, the government is more powerful than we are as citizens. So what does that leave us to do? Do we just sit by and allow things to get worse and worse? Because we don't. Personally, at this table, we don't have any faith in voting in people who are going to affect the real change.
No, it ain't gonna happen.
We don't think it's a good idea to be out and obstructing these people from doing what the things that we may disagree with. We don't think that protesting has any real effective power to it. So what do? Do we just say, hey, the government got bigger guns than we do, so we just let them do whatever the fuck they want to do? What do we do? Because, like I said, that's how, from what I've seen so far throughout history, that's how people end up, taking over shit. And then that's how you end up with presidents who should have been out of office 6 terms ago, but now, they control everything.